Special Envoy Steve Witkoff says President Trump will chair a meeting later on Wednesday to discuss the war in Gaza. Israel's foreign minister is in Washington and is set to meet with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The meetings come as Israel continues its military operations around Gaza City, amid growing international concerns over famine and the humanitarian crisis in the Palestinian enclave. From Bureaus Worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a Wednesday, the 27th day of August for 2025. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic standing by. We've got all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Going to be talking about the Nebraska football game. Of course, the Huskers opening up their season tomorrow with that game down at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City against the Cincinnati Bearcats. It'll kick off at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. You'll be able to see it on ESPN. Got some comments coming up today from Husker head coach Matt Rule as the Huskers continue their preparations. Meanwhile, two former Huskers have made the 53-man roster for their respective NFL teams. The Nebraska softball team has announced their fall schedule for this year. The women's soccer team is going to be in action on Thursday as well. Hastings College men's golf team had a good outing this week. They were down at the UC Ferguson Invitational in Oklahoma City. We'll tell you how the Hastings golfers did. The NAIA football poll is out for week number 1, and some interesting high school softball played around the area last night. So all that and more is coming up here this morning as we get you up and get you going as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studios. Good morning.
And good morning, and that, my friend, is a beautiful shirt. Run the damn ball.
Yeah, I brought it out again, and the first thing that the bookkeeper said to me when she saw me this morning, says, "Didn't you wear that on Monday?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to wear it again tomorrow." Mm-hmm. And she says, "What?" It's going to be standing up in the corner by Thursday. I said, we'll get it washed by Thursday. But I said, Tyson and I talked about it on the show yesterday that I needed to wear the damn shirt because the game is coming up on Thursday. She says, you do have other Nebraska attire in your closet.
But not as cool as that one.
No, I got this as a little gift Friday night when I took out Jim and Tammy.
And a gift.
Went out for a dinner on Friday, and they saw it on the rack, and that's the first thing they thought of.
A gift that was inspired by this show. So,
yeah, that somebody else is now making money on.
Mm-hmm. That's a great shirt.
Just run the damn ball.
It's going to be a part of the game plan coming up tomorrow.
Well, I don't know because we had the press conference yesterday with Coach.
Yeah,
really didn't talk about the game plan or Cincinnati at all. And that's probably going to be the last time we get to talk to him before the game tomorrow. So he didn't say anything about how they were going to attack Cincinnati or their concerns with Cincinnati. We talked about what their schedule might be when they get to Kansas City, but we really didn't talk about the game at all. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Well, when it's a season opener, coaches are pretty tight-lipped on what they say. We're going to try to find the Cincinnati head coach today, and we'll see what's brewing down at Cincinnati. But, game time. This is game time eve. A lot of people leaving for Kansas City today.
And so it goes almost lock and step with what Dana said yesterday, right? Like, Coach hadn't spent a whole lot of time on game week doing game stuff. That he's got the guys focused, and he's focused on what they need to do to execute. And it's game one. Game one is focused on yourself. Game one is What can we do to mitigate mistakes? What can we do to execute our game plan? What is our identity? Let's find our offensive identity. And so I think that's by design. Obviously we're going to poke and prod and pry a little bit as the season moves along to start talking about, okay, what part of our game plan didn't work? What part of our game plan are we fixing in practice? What are we trying to improve here in game 2? And I think that's when you kind of start to hear a little bit more X's and O's. But I don't think game 1 you go and announce to the world exactly how you're going to go out and beat somebody's ass. You want to kind of keep that under lock and key a little bit. So yeah, that goes. I'm not surprised by that. Hearing what Dana said yesterday doesn't surprise me that we didn't hear a whole lot about the game plan, but I think I join the thousands and thousands and thousands of Husker Nation in we are now at the point where coach speak is so muddled. Now it's let's go out and suit up and go out and play, and let's put pads on pads and see what happens. I mean, it is kind of out of his control right now. It's going to be on your preseason conditioning, on your guys' work ethic, on everything that's going around. But it's up to the players now. It's out of coach's hands.
Yeah, it's time to play, and it's coming up tomorrow at 8:00. Like we said, a lot of people that I know are leaving for the game today.
Yeah,
going to be getting down to Kansas City and spending the day tomorrow in Kansas City, enjoying the sights and sounds of KC. Maybe doing some whining and dining tonight in Kansas City. So if you're leaving for Arrowhead today, have a safe and enjoyable trip to Kansas City today. I ran across something that was interesting. I haven't been to a Chiefs game or a Royals game for quite some time in Kansas City. I ran across the parking fees in Kansas City. So if you're heading to the game, get ready to pay some cash for parking at Arrowhead. They've got 3 different tiers of parking, evidently. They've got the red parking lot, which is probably like 10 miles away from the stadium. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that's at. I assume it's over maybe closer to the baseball field, or I don't know. It's the red parking lot. You're going to get charged $53.75 to park in the red parking lots. Now, if you want to step up, they've got a gold parking lot where you can park for the game tomorrow for $107.50. Or you can go big time. As long as you're going, you might as well park in the Lot E Platinum parking lot, where you get charged tomorrow $268.75 to park your 1968 Chevy.
Or the other option, if you're familiar with staying in Kansas City, and I've gone to a couple Royals games recently, you could stay at the Best Western Kansas City Sports Complex Hotel, which is literally walking distance to Kauffman Stadium, and save all the parking fees.
Yeah, that was sold out months ago, though. You're not going to call up the Hilton today and say, hey, Tyson said that I can stay there.
It's not the Hilton. It's the Best Western. If you want to go to the Hilton, if you want to go with your classy ritzy, you can go to the Hotel Lotus, which is even closer to the stadium. But that's for big spenders like Duda. We don't get to mess around with the Hotel Lotus. Best Western plus Kansas City Sports Complex Hotel. I've never had a problem with it.
You can't call the game day and get a room there.
I'm saying most of the people probably have reservations to that, so why even worry about the parking? It's walking distance.
It's people like you and me that need to park. We go down to Lincoln on a game day and we cry and moan when we got to pay $15-20 to park.
You don't know a guy?
No, I don't know anybody around the stadium anymore.
Oh.
So anyway, yeah, I know some people going down, and my bookkeeper and I, we were discussing this morning, saying what lot they would choose to be in. Mm-hmm. We've got one guy maybe going to the $107 lot, and then another guy that we were discussing this morning, we are truly believing that he's going to purchase the $53 lot.
Or Like, you could stay in your hotel however far away you are from the stadium. You could Uber down there.
Could.
It would be cheaper to Uber than it would be to drive your own car and park. We're going to try to save you some money on this show.
Yeah.
Economical. I hate driving in big cities. So rarely ever when I get to my destination will you see me go out and about and go sightseeing while I'm the one driving. I love Uber, especially in the metro. It's cheap, cost effective, and you get where you're going to go without the headaches of Siri trying to take you in 27 different directions.
Just drop me off at the front gate, will you, please? Uber?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so those are
Uber
just
down there.
A couple of things to keep in mind as you head down to Kansas City today. Speaking of Kansas City,
You're going to go there? We're going to lead with it?
you've got to, don't you?
Well, I mean, Ryan Martin's already chimed in on the comment section, so apparently it's the hot topic today.
Well, if you were on Facebook or the social media sites yesterday, that's all you saw. Travis and Taylor, they're engaged. They're engaged.
Aww.
Yeah, that was all that was on our social media sites and Facebook yesterday. Ryan Martin has already chimed in. His daughters are happy. Travis Kelce proposed to Taylor Swift. They can now wear Taylor Swift Chiefs shirts. You suppose they'll be at the game tomorrow?
I don't know why they would be. They don't have, well...
Why wouldn't they be?
Travis was a Cincy alumni, now that you mention it.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be at the game?
Kelce was a Cincinnati alumni, and it's an Arrowhead.
Yeah, and they don't have any games this week. So why wouldn't they? I'll bet they'll
She got
be
like
there.
a concert to go to or something?
No, she's off of that. She had that big tour
Yeah.
that took her away from dear old Travis.
Oh.
She missed some football games because she was on tour
Puke.
across the pond, and she couldn't be there. So yeah, after she got on with that tour,
Yep.
and she hasn't been back on tour, but she's releasing that brand new album coming up.
Must be nice. Must be nice to be a music star and just kind of pick and choose
When you want
your
to
own
work.
schedule. Speaking of your own schedule, I have a proposal.
Oh, no, I don't want to marry you.
I have a proposal, and it's about work.
What's that?
Well,
You gotta be here Friday.
being as it is that we are our own company and are no longer required to play by the rest of the rules that normal media companies play by, and whereas it's already a 3-day weekend with the Labor Day holiday, and whereas Nebraska plays a night game on Thursday against Cincinnati, I would propose doing Blazing 5 on a Thursday and having can you imagine a 4-day weekend? A 4-day weekend.
Not for me.
A 4-day weekend.
I've got high school football Friday night
And college,
and college football on Saturday.
so you're going to punish your co-host
I don't have a 4-day weekend.
and make him show up for the morning show?
One of your other 3 or 4 jobs, I'm sure you've got to work Friday night. So it's not going to be, and you probably have to work again on Saturday.
I was proposing a possible 4-day weekend. Although when I work, it's not really work. I mean, it's already a 4-day vacation anyway. That's kind of the jobs that I have.
All that I'm asking you to come in is to spend a little time with me on Friday morning.
after a game.
If you want to go back to bed, that's fine with me.
It's a highly realistic possibility. I'll just get up and mow.
Yeah, see, once you get up, you're going to be fine.
It's going to be a rough Friday.
I will call you several times Friday morning beginning at 6:30. I already know that.
I was trying to entice you with the 4-day weekend because we never got a 4-day weekend at our old places. And I thought for sure you would love the enticement of the 4-day weekend.
Did you see the IT guy's already checking in?
Oh, what's he want?
He said it won't work because the Blazing 5 has already.
Damn it!
The Blazing 5 is already coded into our system.
Write new code.
That we can't have that because we've got until 11:59 to put in our picks
Fine.
for the Blazing Five. So don't worry, we'll get through Friday morning.
At least one proposal got accepted this week.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Congrats. So I loved. And I don't know.
No, are you a Swiftie fan? I mean, do you like her music? Admit it. Do you like her music?
This is gonna be a hard admission on the show. Like, I don't hate it.
That's not bad.
If Taylor Swift is on, I'm not going, oh my God, gross, change it. Like, I can bear. It's bearable. It's not my favorite. It's not going to go in my top 25.
It's not your go-to music.
I'm not rushing out to get Taylor Swift vinyls. But if somebody else is playing Taylor Swift or they want to listen to T Swift in the car on I'm not
on a ride to
no.
Kansas City to Arrowhead Stadium.
No. Yeah, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift and Travis.
I know that's like the least manly thing I can do on the show because everyone's like, "Oh no, her music sucks. Blah, can't stand her. She takes away from football. She's like the icon that has brought in the NFL more and more football fans that they would not have previously had. So I think she's actually good for the game. My favorite post that I had saw on the engagement. For some reason, I am subscribed to, or at least the algorithms on a bunch of people's different fan pages. Probably because I'm friends with you and the IT guy. But there's like this fans of the Chiefs or whatever the fan page is called. And the very first post, like 5 minutes after the engagement went out, not congratulations, not any of this. Do you suppose Kelsey's production is going to go up now that he's finally got that out of the way? Because he did it. He had by Travis Kelce standards, last year was low production. And the very first question right out of the chute, I go, that is Chiefs Kingdom in a nutshell.
Oh, yeah.
Do you suppose his production is going to go up now that he's finally she said I do?
I hope so, because I had Travis Kelce on my fantasy football team last year, and he was not good. Yeah, he was not good. So
there you go. The power couple on social media, the power couple probably in the country, has now officially said the I do's. They the rings.
I was watching some stuff yesterday. Naturally, if you had your TV on at all yesterday, it was like it's going to be the wedding of the century.
Oh God!
Oh, now that pukes me.
It's going to be nationally televised.
It will be, but where are you going to hold this wedding? If you're Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, where do you hold this wedding? You don't go underneath the courthouse tree.
No.
And get married. You probably don't even go to Vegas to get married, do you? It'll be on some island.
Oh, yeah.
Some remote island that nobody can get to unless you're ritzy and have a boat or something to float out to them.
But it'll be streamed. It'll be televised because they'll say something along the lines of, well, we'd love to invite all of our fans that have made our careers what they are today. We simply want close friends of the family and family here on this remote island, but we will bring a national TV crew from Fox to make sure we capture all the moments for you.
Or it'll be streamed. They'll develop some streaming company. Hell, we'd do it if they call us.
Jason Kelce would probably be doing the live commentary on the New Heights podcast. Live commentary from the wedding. Oh, here comes Taylor now.
And when are they going to get married? Well, I'm sure that this probably be Travis's last year playing football. So after this year.
What else has he got to do?
After we win the Super Bowl in February, then they got the whole rest of the year to plan their wedding. And will it be? You think the wedding will be next year?
At this point, I'm no longer interested in the conversation. I don't know. I'm not gonna play wedding guessing games. Probably after this. Probably after the season.
Yeah, but you think it's going to be next year? Sometimes people are engaged for years. I knew a guy who was engaged for 19 years.
The media scrutiny alone on when are you guys getting married I think is going to be enough.
That's going to be next.
Yeah.
So
wins the date. Where's it
going to be?
Then it's wins the kid. Ugh. At least we have something to distract us from the current dumpster fire that is what our country is right now.
Travis and
Taylor. Distracting Americans since 2024.
Just go out and play football, Travis. Just go out and play football. Let's see, a couple other things. God, you see this. The New Orleans Saints are going to start Spencer Rattler against the Arizona Cardinals in their team season opener on September 7th.
Hit the waivers right now. Hit the waivers and stash this guy. Get ready for the attack of the Rattler in New Orleans.
You picked him up last year on your fantasy team.
He was absolute garbage.
Yeah,
I dropped him 2 weeks later.
Spencer, he was chosen as a starting quarterback over rookie Tyler Shaw after a lengthy competition that spanned more than 3 months. The competition began following the retirement of veteran Derek Carr in May and lasted until yesterday, when their new head coach, Kellen Moore, informed the quarterback of their roles for 2025. When the Saints made their decision yesterday, they were the last team to name a starter for 2025. Rattler is a fifth-round draft choice out of South Carolina in 2024. He'll be starting just his seventh game as a starter when the Saints host the Cardinals next month, or this month.
Outstanding.
Next month, I guess.
Next month, officially.
He has started 6 games and played in 7 games in 2024 when filling in for the injured Derek Carr. In the 6 games that he has started, Spencer Rattler, 0-6.
He's worse than the Blazing 5.
I was thinking about that last night. If I was looking for a pick for our Survivor game, look at the Cardinals and the Saints maybe. Spencer Rattler is 0-6 in his career as a starter for the Saints. Pretty good odds. Good odds.
Speaking of picks and specials that we do on the show, of course, Friday morning.
Friday morning.
Oh, it's going to be rough. I was going to say tomorrow morning because I'm really trying to will that baby into Thursday. Russ Kindig saying that the Blazing 5 should just suspend for the year since we have winning records.
Oh, I'm truly believing we're both going to have winning records, or all 3 of us.
Good addition with the IT guy. Of course, he leads the current standings by 1 game.
He's 4-1.
Thanks to the Idaho State Bengals.
We're both 3-2.
My only knowledge of the Idaho State Bengals was that Huskers several years ago hung 70 on them. So I'm thinking they're going to be bad, but they hang with Dan Mullen and UNLV. So, but a brand new. Have you peeked at the slate yet? Do you kind of know what games that you're gonna circle around? And
no, I looked at this slate and there's some good games coming up. We don't have to settle for just 5 games like we had last week.
Yeah,
we got more games. Yeah, we actually get to pick them out of there.
Are you going to do Ohio State, Texas?
You almost got to, don't you?
Yeah.
Step out, and do Ohio State, Texas.
See, I thought we'd could potentially have 5 different games, but I think we both you got to do number 1, number 2.
Yeah, you got to hang your
head. So Buckeyes and Longhorns will be
one of our picks.
One of the picks.
All right. Let's see what else is going on. I'll get no help on this. Cleveland Browns.
I saw it.
Have trimmed their crowded quarterback room now. They named a backup. Kenny Pickett has been shipped to the Raiders.
Bye-bye.
They have released Tyler Huntley.
He gone.
So the Browns will start the regular season with 3 quarterbacks. Joe Flacco.
Your starter.
Dylan Gabriel.
Your backup.
And Shadur Sanders holding the clipboard.
3rd string.
That's pretty well the pecking order. And we'll see where that develops.
That's where he belongs.
They got Deshaun Watson still on the reserve, physically unable to perform list. He's got to miss at least the first 4 games of the season, probably longer. He'll probably be out all year as he rehabs an Achilles tendon injury, so he'll be out most of the season, they expect. So the Browns are going with Joe Flacco.
Joey ballgame.
Just what we thought. You and I talked about this 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That Flacco would get to start.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dylan Gabriel. And then Shadur. He would be number 3.
It didn't really need the entire offseason of drama, did it? Like we put eyeballs on it and said, yep, that'll be how the depth chart plays out. Why are we not NFL coaches putting depth charts together? Boy, the media drugged that baby out, and we knew on day one what it was going to look like.
Now what's going to happen? Are they going to continue to follow the Cleveland Browns? The circus is pretty well over.
Oh, I don't think that circus is ending anytime soon. What happens when Flacco throws one INT?
Oh, yeah. First week.
Next.
Bring in Gabriel.
Put in two. Put in number 2.
By the end of the year. No, not even by the end of the year. Mid-year. They'll be yelling for...
Oh, and when they're tanking.
Sanders.
When the Browns are sitting 1-6 in week 8.
Yep.
Then they'll be like, what else do we have to lose? Let's see number 2. Number 2 in your program is number 1 in our hearts. We love you, Shadur.
Yeah,
I'm imitating a Browns fan.
They'll be calling out his name.
Ugh, I can hardly wait. Trey Palmer. That one was wild last night. Or, well, actually not last night. It's about approximately 40 minutes after our show concluded. The Bucs announced they were parting ways with Trey Palmer, waiving him. Husker wide receiver.
Yeah. You thought he could
Buffalo.
make the roster with the Bucs?
Dear Buffalo. I thought, yeah, absolutely. The dude is next level talent.
Oh, he'll be picked up today.
And I think that the next team that gets him, the Bucs had him buried on the depth chart, and I think the next team that gets him, he could see a lot more playing time. He could be one of those guys that if you drafted a player that could potentially get suspended for half the season, that maybe you drop and pick up Trey Palmer instead, because if he signs with a team that shoots him up the depth chart, like Buffalo would, he'd be kind of a sneaky under the radar fantasy football player. If you still have drafts coming up this week, maybe keep Trey Palmer in mind for the last round or second to last round. Actually, it would be third to last round for me since I go kickers and defense is dead last, but third to last round play.
San Francisco needs some wide receivers.
Uh-oh.
Don't they?
Did they lose another receiver?
No, but I think they're struggling to...
Yeah.
Yeah, their wide receiving room could use some help.
It kind of got depleted, and then it kind of got not healthy in a hurry, so...
Yeah, so look for Trey Palmer. He'll catch on with the NFL team today, probably. You would think.
I hope.
College note: Tennessee coach Josh Heupel.
Heupel?
Yep, he signed a 1-year contract extension, taking him to the January of 2030. He was awarded after posting a record of 37-15 through his first 4 seasons. Their athletic director, Danny White, credited Heupel with reviving the football program at Tennessee, which went 3-7 in 2020 before he was hired in January of 2021. So Josh Heupel is staying put at the Tennessee through January of 2030. I didn't know Tennessee's football program needed to be revived. They had a bad year.
They had a miserable year.
In 2023-7, but Tennessee has been pretty good. Mm-hmm. But yeah, now that the program has been revived, Josh Heupel signs a contract extension. So those are some of the things bubbling under the headlines. I want to get your reaction before we get to our news break, which we're running late here today. But Wilson Contreras of your St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
Fined an undisclosed amount of money for his tirade in the 7-6 win over the Pittsburgh Pirates on Monday. He's going to appeal a suspension, 6 games. He was in the lineup Tuesday, and their 8-3 loss to the Pirates last night. He went 0 for 3, driving in a run with a ground out in the 6th inning. Monday, Contreras threw a bat that mistakenly hit one of the Cardinals' hitting coaches, and then he tossed bubble gum on the field after he was ejected, and that's a ball game.
Dude's not having fun playing baseball right now. It's evident. It's just a damn game, and the call he argued was actually a strike, which makes it even more dumbfounded of a mistake, and so something that could be characterized as the Cardinals' season so far in 2025. He actually argued a good call, and then proceeded to go on this little temper tantrum. And I think anytime you throw objects onto the field as a player, you should run the risk of suspension. Is 6 games a little harsh? Maybe. But, who's to say that wasn't a first base umpire or a home plate umpire that got hit in, again, not actually trying to hit anybody when he threw the bat out onto the field, but you're throwing it onto the field where there's people. So, yeah, I think the suspension is warranted. I don't think he'll win the appeal process. That was totally uncalled for. And when you have your coaches that are physically trying to remove you from a situation, that's a bad look. And it's frustrating. Losing sucks. And losing sucks even worse when you lose to the Pirates, a game that you should win. But you got to keep your cool. And the clubhouse is imploding. I think everyone is showing their frustration. They know this can be a winning baseball team, but they're not getting the results that they want. And we're seeing it. We're seeing a season-long, over 100 days, dog days of summer, all of this getting up, going to work every day and not seeing results. I mean, you know how bad that sucks, right? Whether you're trying to lose weight or whether you're trying to win baseball games, when you work your ass off and you're not getting wins, it's frustrating. And yeah, you got to be able to keep your cool. And you got to remember at the end of the day, you're playing ball. It's just a game. Just a game. So no need to have a temper tantrum. Wilson Contreras can sit in the corner and think about his thoughts and go on timeout for a little bit.
All right, so that was some of the things that's going on in the sports world these days. We got a whole lot more coming up here. We're going to hear from Husker head coach Matt Rule here in just a little bit as we get ready, inch closer to the season opener tomorrow, the Huskers in Cincinnati. You're waking up with Mike and Tyson this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Well, Husker Nation, it is game day eve, and coming up on game day, a lot of us are going to have a few beverages, 2 or 3 or 4, but just remember to drive sober or find a designated driver, because in the first 10 days of the Nebraska State Patrol's Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over campaign, troopers have thus far arrested 38 people for driving under the influence, also stopping 55 drivers for speeding at over 100 miles per hour. Troopers will continue working this overtime grant and campaign, which will officially end on Labor Day. So a sober reminder to drive sober or find a designated driver if you're planning on some Husker parties on Thursday. Meanwhile, in the political aspect, let's talk property taxes, right? Everyone's favorite topic. A grassroots group in Nebraska is preparing to launch petitions aimed at reducing property tax rates and putting caps on valuation increases. This announcement made yesterday on the Capitol Rotunda's goal is to gain enough support to get their proposal onto the ballot for public vote. Lowering property tax rates across the board, one of the key points in the proposal. Another is limiting valuation increases, likely to slow the rate at which the tax assessments rise. The group has recently begun circulating petitions across the state indicating strong voter demand for meaningful tax reform. Nebraska property tax valuations have surged, fueling widespread discontent. Last year, 50 out of 93 counties experienced double-digit valuation hikes. In some counties, the valuation increases reached as much as 28%. Oofta. The increase has sparked frustration among homeowners, farmers, and business owners, and if enough significant signatures are gathered, both measures would be placed on the November 2026 ballot for a statewide vote. And whether or not the legislature then puts those voting will to the public is yet to be seen. But nevertheless, I digress. 7:35. Time to go over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going down in sports?
Well, the Nebraska football team will open the season tomorrow night against Cincinnati at Arrowhead Stadium in KC. Nebraska played on a Thursday 45 times from 1890 to 1938. Since World War II, the Huskers have played in only 16 games on a Thursday, including 4 bowl games. In the modern era, Nebraska is 9-3 in regular season Thursday games. Kickoff will be at 8 o'clock. You'll be able to see the game on ESPN. 2 former Huskers have made the 53-man roster for their respective NFL teams. Tight end Thomas Fedoni is on the New York Giants roster. He was drafted by the Giants in the 7th round of the NFL draft. Fedoni played 3 seasons at Nebraska. He appeared in all 13 games last year, had 36 catches for 373 yards and 4 touchdowns. Undrafted linebacker John Bullock also earned his spot on the 53-man roster of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Bullock came to Nebraska in 2019, redshirted his first 2 seasons. He spent the next 4 years playing in 47 games with the Huskers. Last year, Bullock started in each game, totaling 70 tackles, 4 sacks, and 10 tackles for a loss. The Nebraska softball team has announced their fall schedule. The Huskers will host a doubleheader with Omaha and Colorado State on Saturday, October 11th at Bowlin Stadium. Nebraska will play Colorado State again on Sunday, October 12th. Nebraska will play a doubleheader at Kansas on Saturday, October 18th. And the Huskers will close out the fall camp with scrimmages on October 22nd, October 29th, and November 5th. Nebraska finished 43-15 last year and advanced to the NCAA Super Regionals. The Nebraska women's soccer team will host Weber State on Thursday. Game time will be at 7:05 and will be streamed on Big Plus. The Huskers are 1-0-2 on the season. Hastings College men's golf team finished 4th at the UC Ferguson Invitational in Oklahoma City. Henry Kosmicki led the team and placed 7th individually. Hastings College soccer teams will play at Park University today. Men's game is at 2 o'clock, and the women will follow at 4. Defending national champion Grandview of Iowa will start the season ranked number 1 in the NAIA football coaches top 25 poll. Kaiser of Florida is 2nd, followed by Morningside, Benedictine, and Montana Western. Rounding out the top 10 are Indiana Wesleyan, Northwestern, St. Thomas, Georgetown, and Texas Wesleyan. Dordt is in at number 19. Concordia is number 21. High school softball from last night. Hastings St. Cecilia, a big win over Grand Island Northwest. They won 4-3 in 8 innings. The Hawkettes are now 4-0. Adams Central beat Lexington 14-1. The Patriots are now 2-4. Hastings High shut out McCook 12-0. The Tigers are now 2-2. Some other games: Kearney Catholic beat Centura 11-8. Grand Island Central Catholic got by Ord 14-8. Kansas City Royals beat the Chicago White Sox last night 5-4. Same 2 teams will play at 6:40 tonight in Chicago. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:38 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
On Wednesday, we'll have a few more clouds than we have the last couple days. Expect mostly cloudy skies, a high in the mid-70s, a little breezy as well. Southerly winds 5 to 10. We'll have a few gusts up to about 20 miles per hour. Chance of showers tonight, an overnight low of 61, 78, mostly cloudy once again Thursday. 58 overnight Thursday to Friday morning, and then partly sunny and 79 on Friday, and then a chance of periodic showers and thunderstorms on the weekend, and highs in the upper 70s.
As you wake up, get going this morning, we've got south winds at 8. It is cloudy. It is 58 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at
Every football season, there's that one fan. The one who sees the upsets coming. The one who doesn't just cheer, they calculate. They survive. This year, that fan could be you. Introducing Extreme Sports Survivor, the ultimate test of football instinct. Pick one NFL team to win each week. No spreads, no gimmicks, just survive. But there's a twist. Once you pick a team, you can't pick them again. One wrong call, and it's over. Your name fades. Your shot gone. But survive long enough, be the last one standing, and you'll win our grand prize. Not just the glory, not just the bragging rights, something more. Sign up by Wednesday, September 3rd at x-streamsports.com/survivor. Do you trust your gut? Can you outlast them all? This is more than a game. This is Extreme Sports Survivor.
And again, you got to get signed up for Survivor by September the 3rd. Got less than a week to do that, or a week from today. Week from today, you got to get signed up. We'll announce a prize package coming up for you on Labor Day, September 1st. You can check out our social media sites. We'll announce a prize package for you on Monday. And then Wednesday is the deadline to get signed up for Survivor, and then the season begins for Survivor. Who knows, you could be a lucky winner. So our programming schedule this hour is all messed up.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it's already 7:43.
Well, might as well drink some Roulade.
Yeah, we're into the second half of the show. I got a couple other topics I want to bring up.
Uh-huh.
But, let's get to Matt Rule, shall we? Husker head coach. Of course, the Huskers getting ready for their season opener tomorrow. And the coach says his team appears to be locked in for the season opener.
Team's been great. I think they want to play. I think it's very evident. Very mature team. As I said the other day, on Saturday they've probably sent me. I probably got 50 text messages from guys just as they're watching different games and seeing different situational football happen, or some of the mistakes we told them would happen in first games. So I think they recognize what's ahead of them. They recognize some of the rulings that were made in terms of the new rules, in terms of simulating a snap on defense with a shift, or illegal substitution rules that delay a game that are now prevalent. So we've been very locked in. Hopefully we continue that tonight.
Coach was then asked how he's going to manage the 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night.
Yeah, there's not much you can do to manage waiting. I mean, waiting's waiting, right? I mean, it's brutal. It's one thing to do on a Saturday because there's at least games on. But we try to break the day up. You know, they don't have to come down. We have a rolling brunch till about 11. Then we'll go to a local high school at 11, and we'll go out and we'll try to get outside the house. So outside the house, outside the hotel. We've done that for a long time, and so we'll mess around a little bit at the local high school, come back, and then guys will just kind of head up, take a nap, hang out, and then we'll come back down and get our stuff started.
And what about the neutral site game down at Kansas City?
Yeah, I don't even consider it neutral site. I just think it's Arrowhead. Arrowhead seems like part of our DNA, our footprint, So I think this feels like a home game light, I expect to have the same home game intensity. I think, if not even maybe even more so, because we're more excited as a fan base to see this team for the first time. Obviously we're playing a great team like Cincinnati. When you have a chance to play another Power 4 team, that's exciting. And play at Arrowhead for the first. It's the first time playing at Arrowhead. Oscars, third. Probably should know that. First time for me. So I think it'll be hopefully exciting.
Now the team watched some video clips of the opening weekend of the season where they saw mistake after mistake after mistake, and his team realizes that we need to be focused for this ball game against the Bearcats.
Like I said, we watched that cut up. It was like 60, 65, 70 plays from the games on Saturday. And what you saw over and over and over again was just bad football and bad football plays. And that comes from just not being focused on the play. Worrying about the scoreboard, worrying about everything else, worrying about, your playing time. I don't know, whatever the only things that can distract you, right? So just challenging the guys. Like, we want to go play this game one snap at a time with intentional focus, neutral mindset, and attack each play. Not worry about what the score is. Just worry about how we're playing, and then deal with how we have to play. Adjust to the situation in the fourth quarter. But we've worked on this for a long time. We've worked on it for 3 years. So I'd like to see it come to fruition now, where we just go out there and play with a ruthless mindset.
And we told you earlier when we talked to some sports that John Bullock and Thomas Fedoni, a couple of former Huskers, making NFL rosters yesterday. And Coach reflected on both the Bullock's time and Fedoni's time with Nebraska.
I think you've heard me say before, Fedoni's very special to my family, Julie, Vivian, Leona. They're like the biggest Fedoni fans. He's got his dog Rambo. We have our dog Nala. It's just for some reason from day one they've just all connected, and so we have a little family group chat every time he scores. One of the kids will put him on there, And so Leona and I on Saturday were going to play softball. I had a chance to talk to him for a long time. I think the most important thing is that they had a really deep tight end room. He had a really good camp, and so even if he didn't make that team, he was going to make a team. But I'm really proud of him because I've seen everything that he went into him coming back. I've seen the video of that second knee injury. It's grotesque. And so all the work that he had to do to come back, all the things he had to overcome, and he took. There was always a lot of flack for him for some reason. There was always a lot of flack for him that he had to deal with, and I just love the guy. I mean, I just thought he overcame the odds. And then Johnny Bullock, I made a point to our team. I think we released a video where I said something like, I said the process is undefeated for those who won't be defeated. Really, what I said, I was talking about John Bullock, and I said, I just had the chance to FaceTime John now that he's made the team. And I got a text from his dad that he made it, and so I FaceTime John. And, my point to the guys was when I got here, he was kind of forgotten about, right? Like hadn't really played. He was a backup safety. He went through the first year. I remember sitting in my office after the first year with us and being like, I'm thinking about retiring. Should I come back and play? His dad was very much like, Dad Steve's a great guy. I was like, I think he should play again, but I love my son no matter what. And I just remember telling John, you've come so far. I just wouldn't want you to have regrets. And he didn't always like the way we did it. I'd yell at him at 9-on-7 to run through and hit people, and was always on him. But I just knew. I think we all knew what he could be, and so, what I said to our guys is the process works for those who will work. And the process is undefeated for those who won't be defeated, and that's. To me, that's John Bullock. He just kept pulling himself up. Nothing was handed to him. And I believe it kind of goes back to the point I sometimes try to make here that we as we look at Nebraska football, we always seem to say hey, this transfer is going to be better than the guys we have. starting to prove it. Like, if you just do what we're asking you to do, and I know sometimes it'll get questioned by people, I get that, but for the most part, the guys who've done it, works out pretty well for them. Even some of the guys who left, like Jamari Butler, when I got here, he was going in the transfer portal, and he hadn't really played. Jamari did what we asked for 2 years, and he got paid a ton of money to go to LSU. So I wish it would have been to the NFL. But the guys who do what we ask, they play pretty well, and they monetarily and graduate usually, and they have some success. So it was a great example for our guys of, hey, here's two guys that when we got here, man, things did not look very bright for them. One with the knee, one with this thing, and they did all we asked, and look at them now. So hoping that our guys will buy into that, and hoping our team will buy into that concept about the process going into this game, because we're significantly further ahead in terms of how we handle a game, I think, than we have been the last 2 years in terms of our understanding. So excited to see them actually play it out.
All right, Husker head coach Matt Rule reflecting on both Thomas Fedoni and John Bullock in Nebraska, and some other thoughts about the game tomorrow. The Huskers and Cincinnati. You and I will make our Husker predictions on the show tomorrow. I think Nebraska was still, at last check, favored by 6.5 points over Cincinnati tomorrow at Arrowhead. So have that prediction ready to go Thursday.
I've got it ready to roll right down, but I'll save it.
You save that for tomorrow.
I'll put it into for tomorrow's vault.
Friday we'll have the Blazing Five.
We got homework to do this week.
Got some homework to do. So Huskers in Cincinnati, time to kick things off for the 2025 season.
Like I said right at the start, right? Like it's time to play ball. Time for talk is done. We've done all we can do. It's out of the coach's hands. Fan base that's heading out to Kansas City, do your part. Be that 12th man, and let's get off the season with a W. But I was talking to people at First Street yesterday. I was working a shift, and of course the hot topic was Husker football, and they're all talking about records and predictions, and everyone's talking about how we're going to go 3-0, and I was kind of the devil's advocate on the other side of the bar, and I'm like, guys, we can't go 3-0 if we don't go 1-0. Can't go 3-0 if we don't get out of the gates with the first win. And they're kind of taken back by that. And we're not going to come and push Cincinnati over. And I don't want us to go in and walking through this game with the mentality and mindset that we have. And obviously we want to be a championship contender. We want to be playing football in the moments that matter, that could put you into a position to be a playoff team. That's what this team wants. That's this team's identity. But you can't go through that by thinking, we're just going to walk through Cincinnati. So I don't want to see us walking into the game and not being fully prepared and fully stoked and ready to play. If you can't get up to play a night game in Arrowhead, then give your jersey up to the next person in line. So we got to be ready to roll.
8 o'clock tomorrow night on ESPN. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. Like I said, our programming schedule this hour, for some reason,
got a little wonky.
It is all messed up, but we'll take a break. We'll be right back here listening to Huddle Up.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
Have you checked the time lately? Good chance Miletta Vista Winery is open. Hey, this is Mick with an update on our new hours. Tuesday through Sunday, we're open 11:30 to 3, and Fridays and Saturdays 11:30 till 9. Not sure what you want to enjoy when you get here? Well, Maleta Vista features award-winning wine, select beers, spirits, world-class foods, breathtaking views, and live entertainment. Visit MaletaVistaWinery.com. Check out our events page for music schedules and more. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Make your reservations now at Maleta Vista Winery, located on Highway 281, just north of St. Paul.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
Conant Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Conant Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Welch, Center Veronica with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for a Wednesday. We'll start our high school football coverage Friday night. Hastings St. Cecilia playing at Grand Island Central Catholic. Pre-game 6:45. Kickoff will be at 7. Saturday, we've got Hastings College football for you. The Broncos opening up their season in Crete against Doane University. Kickoff will be at 6 o'clock. Night game on Saturday. Pigskin preview begins at 5 o'clock. So we'll have high school football Friday. We'll have a Hastings College football for you on Saturday. It's all right here on Extreme Sports.
There we go.
Ryan Martin says Swift music is good. He'll go to a concert with Ty.
I don't know that I would pay Taylor Swift concert ticket prices.
Well, what happens if we got Ryan Martin to pay? Would you go to a concert with Ryan Martin and his two girls?
We'd have fun.
Or is it his two girls? I think it is.
Yeah, we'd have fun.
Yeah, you'd have fun at the Taylor Swift concert.
Mm-hmm.
Russ Kindig has chimed in on our social media sites. He says the Blazing Five needs to be quit for the year.
Because we have the winning record.
Got the winning record.
Will the Wizard, is that your new nickname?
That's what it was in my previous stop.
Is that going to be the...
My previous stop, I was the Wizard.
Will the Wizard. You can carry that moniker over. They don't own that trademark.
No.
Bring it on over.
Yeah, I'll bring her on over.
Steal it.
Did I use it last year?
No.
I didn't?
No, I don't think you did.
The Wizard? The Wizard's pick? Yeah, I used that on my previous stop.
I could be the Oracle. You can be the Wizard.
The company that didn't give me a retirement party.
Aw.
Same one.
Fun note on Scott Satterfield, head coach of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
USA Today has come out with their 9 coaches on the hot seat. And guess who's among them?
He's on it?
Cincinnati head coach Scott Satterfield on USA Today's 9 coaches on the hot seat. as Satterfield is entering his third season as head coach of the Bearcats, having finished 3-9 and 5-7 in his first two. That's below 500. That's below our blazing 5. The end of last season saw the Bearcats lose their final 5 games after starting the year 5-2. We know what that feels like.
Yeah,
can't quite get that 6th win to go bowling.
I know, but this is his third year.
Third year. He's been below 500 in his previous 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And last year they ended on a 5-game losing streak, so Cincinnati fans are getting restless with Scott Satterfield, who,
Well, our with Matt, we're not too much better than that, are we? Maybe a couple of games because we were 7-6 last year.
Yeah.
But the way the season ended for Cincinnati last year, I can see why fans are getting a little anxious.
But we did the same thing. And in Rule's first year, we sat on 5 for like the last 6 games.
Yeah, we went on a tailspin at the end.
That was the first season, and then last year we thought we were kind of destined for the same, for the same, first, same as the first. But then we found the way to get that Wisconsin game and got to 6 and went bowling and then beat Boston College. So, yeah, Scott Satterfield on the USA Today's list of coaches on the hot seat. We'll try to find some Scott Satterfield audio for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll try to find out what's going on down in Cincinnati. Who else is on the hot seat? You got the complete list there?
I do not.
So you just know he's
just happened to. It was on
the list.
It was on a Husker article that they quoted the USA Today's coaches on the hot list.
I had some time on my hands yesterday. I listened to Matt Rule has come out with a new podcast of his own, House Rules.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to his first episode yesterday.
What do you think about that podcast?
It started off good, and then it kind of tailed off. He provided some insight maybe into Husker football, but he's before the media so many times during the week.
My thing. He gets all the microphone time
that he wants.
Anyways, with the media, right? Like, he's constant 2 times a week, right?
At least 2 times a week.
He's on and talks for an hour about our program, and then he turns around and does the same thing on a podcast. And I understand, like, trying to brand and trying to reach an audience, but can we spend an hour trying to prepare for a game?
Yeah, he brought on an author yesterday.
One of his friends, yeah.
Yeah, his co-host is evidently a friend from Temple. I thought he was good, but he was the co-host. And then he talked to somebody else. Well, we'll see how that show develops. House Rules. If you got some time on your hands today and we'll listen to a podcast, you can find that on YouTube.
Here's your I got your 9 coaches.
No. Okay.
9 coaches on the hot seat. Hugh Freeze, Auburn. Sam Pittman at Arkansas. Brent Venables at Oklahoma. Also Brent Pry at Virginia Tech. Then there's Scott Satterfield from Cincinnati. They're throwing Gundy on the hot seat at Oklahoma State. God, I don't think he'll never leave.
No, but he could be fired. But
he's been there forever.
Yeah, he's probably been on a number of those hot seats list.
Brent Brennan from Arizona, Trent Dilfer from UAB, and Sonny Cumbie at Louisiana Tech. 9 coaches on the hot seat from USA Today.
All right.
So there you go.
Yeah, we'll try to find what's going on in Cincinnati and get that on the show tomorrow. Get ready for the Huskers tomorrow night. Like I said, I listened to House Rules yesterday. Another podcast I listened to pretty religiously is the racing one with Denny Hamlin.
Okay.
Actions Detrimental.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of his podcast yesterday, they were talking about, and this is probably a bad time to get into this conversation because it could linger for a while, and I know you probably got school today.
We might carry it over to tomorrow's show.
But they were talking about man landing on the moon. In 1969, which is obviously before your time.
A little bit.
Do you truly believe that man landed on the moon?
Yes. So
why haven't we been back to the moon? We have lost the technology all of a sudden from NASA to return to the moon.
Why do we need to go to the moon?
Why did we go there in the first place?
Because we wanted to beat the Russians. There was so much American pride at that time in the late 1960s, and Russia was saying that we are going to have a space exploration program that could go to the moon, and U.S. said, bet, we're going to have one first. That was a space race.
Oh, yeah.
It was a space race. We wanted to win.
And then another factor here.
Okay. Yes, we landed on the moon.
Why is it that we had such quality audio and communication in 1969? The technology was good enough to communicate with somebody landing on the moon, when now, if a storm moves through, my Dish Network receiver goes blank in 2025.
Why are you using satellite?
I'm just telling you.
There's a big difference between NASA satellites and a home receiver for television.
But why don't we have the technology for my home receiver?
Because it costs millions of dollars, and you don't want to pay that. And they're not going to spend the millions of dollars for the technology that NASA has. Short conversations here.
I was 100% in your corner until I listened to the podcast yesterday. Stay there.
Don't put on your tinfoil hat. There's no need for conspiracy theories from NASCAR drivers.
I don't know anything about it. Funny thing is, they said,
don't even know how to turn right, man. What do they know about landing on the moon?
They said that this conversation got brought up on their flight home. There were 6 people on the airplane.
Yep.
And the only person that was old enough to remember us landing on the moon in 1969, she was sleeping. The other 5 people were not born yet. They were all getting into this discussion on the flight home from.
There's no conspiracy. There's nothing.
So we don't need to expand this into.
No, I think it's pretty logical, right? Like NASA had $1 million war chest to race to the moon and beat Russia. And so we were paying millions of dollars for satellite technology that can pierce through a storm cloud. Your tiny DirecTV $100 deposit with its little plastic satellite dish that you have to point in a certain direction isn't going to have the NASA technology, so it's not going to be able to pierce through rain. And if rain gets on it, it's okay.
Or a cloud goes by.
Deep breaths.
Nope. The
world isn't out to get us.
I don't have to change history.
There's no need to change history here. We're already doing that enough in DC right now. So
yeah, we are.
It's okay.
It's okay. Take a deep breath. I'm okay for the day.
Relax. Right. and then have fun listening to Satterfield today.
All right. So, hey, if you want to listen to the show again today, you can go to our podcast section, download the podcast, and listen to the show anytime you want. We had some comments today from Husker head coach Matt Rule. Interesting thoughts in the first half hour. We talked about everything in that first half hour. Drug on forever. Taylor and Travis. We even talked about
NFL moves.
Yeah. Taylor and Travis.
Good show.
Their upcoming wedding.
See you tomorrow.
All right, buddy. Tomorrow will be game day.
One more sleep.
And it's a game day. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock here on Extreme Sports. It's Huddle Up with Mike and Tyson.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8